Lorenzo. This video is for your A Dozen a Day, the new set, Dozen a Day, the blue book, group 2. I'm going to start at number 6. You've played very well up until number 5, and so the number 6 has that thing, what we call, see, the kind of a TB-like, you know, the triangular, like a pointy hat that's sitting on top of those notes. Those are all like big accent. So there are 3 things going on. That's besides just, you know, the notes being written on it. So the main note, the big bubble note, and then there's a staccato on that. And there's also that pointy hat, the big accent, and there is that little note right before in front of the big round note, which has a line across it, a diagonal line across it that's slashed off, and that makes it a grace note. And I forget that it's not called a appoggiatura, it's something else. But now, either way, I understand that every time if there is a line across it, you play it very quickly. So it has sort of like a percussive effect, like you're playing drums or you're hitting like a wooden stick together. So the notes on it, if you just look at the big notes, okay, let's put this music out again. So if you look at the big note, that's a C, that's a G, that's a C, that's a middle C, G below it, and that's a C below that. And then if you look at the next set, it's a middle C again, and then that's a G above it, and then that's a higher C. So the main note is a C, G, C, C, G, C, and you keep on climbing up. And the grace note that's in front of it, which you will play immediately before you play the main note, is half a step below it. So that's a B. That's a B and a C. Next one is an F sharp and a G, and B and a C again. And this are exactly the same note. See, that's a middle C, that's a middle C, and you play a B before it, and there's another B before it. So B, C, and B, C, that's F sharp again, F sharp and a G, and then a B, C. So let me demonstrate by playing first without the grace note. And all the main note for the left hand, the round, big bubble, is played with finger number 2. So C, G. And then if you look at the right hand part where the big accent is, you play with finger number 3. So you play C, G, C. Okay, you have a finger number 2, C, G, C, 2, 3, 4, C, and G, and C, 2, 3, 4. That's the main structure. Now let's add the grace note before it. And this grace note, like I said, you play very fast, and you want it to sound like ta-dung, ta-dung. Okay, so I do that again. And if you almost play it at the same time, it'll come out pretty fast. Like I'm going to play together at the same time. So that's playing together. And see if you can just slightly time it off so that you have a 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. Okay? 3-2. Okay? So keep on practicing. It takes a little bit of getting used to. Now the right hand. Right hand is doing 2-3, 2-3, 2-3. And then remember the 3 goes to the C, G, and a C. So it goes. Now I'm going to play it together at the same time. Okay, now I'm going to time it slightly off. Okay, and see, I think you notice that I'm playing loud and I'm playing short. That's the accent and the staccato. So make sure you get that done. And so I will play it once through from the beginning to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Repeat. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's jumping like a frog. And now let's go to number 7, hanging from a bar by right hand. You've already done that very well during the Zoom lesson, so I will just play it once. So you're going to be holding your pinky down, right? And then the pinky holds for 4 beats, and then the measure of 3 and 4, it's tied. So it goes like this. 2, 3, 4. And then you can repeat that. Okay, I will not repeat right now because I want to keep on going to the next part. So the number 8 is similar, but this time the left hand thumb holds down, and then the pinky keeps on repeating. 2, 3, 4. And then you can repeat that one too. Now we're going on to number 9, which is a combination of the 7 and an 8 together. You just basically hold the G with both your hand and you just keep on playing the C. Repeat with the C. 2, 3, 4. And then you can repeat that. Okay, so that's 7, 8, and 9. Fairly easy. I'm sure you'll have no problem with it. Now, number 10. One thing I like to do with number 10 is, I'm going to show you right here. There is a fingering number on the right hand here. It says 3, and then the left hand has 1. When you put a 3 on that note, which is an E, your thumb is going to bump into the C. So I would like you to just play that with finger number 2 instead. That way your finger will not have to overlap at the C. So I'm going to play the right hand E with this finger so that, you know, my thumb will only go as far as to the D because the left hand is playing this middle C. Okay, and as you can see, the right hand is doing nothing but playing E whole note 4 times in a row. Not much. And then the left hand has the 8th note. It's just up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So it's just going back and forth, you know, going from C down to the F and going back to C. You're just going up and down, just like a yo-yo goes up and down when you're, you know, pulling on it, or, you know, after you toss it in down and you try to pull it back up. It's just up and down and up and down. So I will play this. And maybe you can get yourself a pencil, and where the right hand E is, there's a fingering number 3. Change that to 2. I think it doesn't hurt to play with 2. In fact, it makes it so much easier and makes better sense. Okay, so I play. I'll just play once. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And then that's it. And this one, you don't have to play so fast. You can go a little bit slower if you feel like your left hand is not staying very together. Maybe for that one, you should have a metronome. Let's see. Well, let's start at 88. 1, 2, ready, go. 88. I think 88 will probably be a good tempo for you. If you could go faster, that's great, but make sure you can play all of that with a metronome. So since that is going to be an 88, you can do every one of these exercises at 88, starting at number 6. So number 6 is going to be like 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then number 7 is 1, just jump to number 9. And then number 10. So that's number so those are the new set. And I noticed that during the Zoom lesson you were wondering about how the number 11 goes. So let me show you. Maybe you can figure it out. The left hand is going to be jumping over the right hand, and then and it changes a lot. So so the first two measures, these two, are the same as these two. So let's first do that. The first line first. So your hand position is that left hand pinky is on the G and right hand is playing. Okay, and then when the left hand jumps over, I'm going to get my index finger on the A. Okay, so it's going to be G, C, E, G, A, G, E, C. And then you do that twice. And it's supposed to be like swinging and swing to this, one side and swing back to the other side. So you want to play this a little bit faster, I think. Okay, that's the first line. Now the second line is different. Second line, let's see. So that's a G, and then see the right hand, the thumb was on C over there. Now the thumb has to go down to a B. That is a one note below the C to a B. And then 2, so the thumb has to reach down. You're not shifting your whole hand down to the B. Only the thumb is stretching out to the B. So let me see. So remember you had the C, D, E, F, G, this 5-finger position, thumb on the C. And then at the second line, your thumb, only the thumb, moved to the B. And then the 2 is still at the D, and then 4 is still at the F. Only the thumb moved. Thumb was at the C, now just the thumb shifts down to the B. So left hand is doing G, just like earlier. And then now the top note is not the A anymore, now you're playing the G instead. So it goes B, D, F, G, F, D, B. So that's measures 5 and 6. I'll play the measure 5 and 6 again. G, B, D, G, F, D, B. Okay, and now measure 7. The thumb goes all the way down to the low C, and then right hand, the thumb goes back to the middle C. And then left hand goes all the way to the C. Okay, so I will play the second line where the thumb, right hand thumb moves to the B, left hand pinky is still at G, but the top note is going to be a G and C. Okay, so I will play the whole thing, all the 8 measures once through. I will not repeat it. Okay, so remember the first 4 measures are, 2 and 2, same thing. So that's your swinging. And yeah, so if you're interested in doing that one, please do. I think, in this set of exercises, the only hard things would be number 11 and the number 6. That's going to be a very useful skill. You probably heard Beethoven's Turkish March. So that grace note is, it actually shows up quite a bit. I will find better examples, but the Turkish March is something that I always think about when I think about the grace notes in pieces of music that kids are familiar with. Okay, so that's it for a dozen a day, and I'll make another one for your piano adventures. Yes, the next song in it. Okay, bye.